Welcome back to the OTR radio show, guys. It's me, i.babykay, as usual. And we are here with our special guest. Let this lovely lady introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Imani. I'm super, super excited to be here with Kay. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, we are. We had a little catch up before the show, and yeah, it was so nice meeting you. It's honestly great. But you didn't let us know you're a content creator, model, and also, guys, if you're a casual viewer on Channel 4, you would see her lovely face as well. Tell us more about it. Obviously, let's get into the content creating first, considering you have, if you don't mind me saying, she has over 130,000 followers on Instagram. Her content is great. Outfits, you're giving me a lot of inspiration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, babe. So yeah, I am a fashion creator. Yeah. I've been in the social media space for over 10 years.
Wow.
And I was always really, really passionate about fashion. And I just thought, you know what, I've got to do something with this creativity. From a kid, I always loved fashion, and it was something that my mum really nurtured in me, which I really appreciate. She kind of celebrated me for who I was and didn't try to force me to go into a lane that she, wanted me to go in. It was all about, what is going to make you happy. So yeah, I started sharing my outfits online, having fun online, showing my personality, and then I started being noticed by brands like Ann Summers, Primark, Bravissimo, Sky TV. Wow. I started working with brands that I've literally been watching my whole entire life.
I was going to say, I saw a recent with Dorothy Perkins. That shoot looked so fun, cute, girly. I loved it.
I know. And you're a fashion babe, Kay. You're a fashion babe.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love your style. I love your style. So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then from having that social media platform, other opportunities have come up to me, such as like TV shows. So I filmed a few TV shows, but the most current one is currently on air right now, which is Tempting Fortune on Channel 4 with Paddy McGuinness. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
It's great. It's nice to see him come back, like from Top Gear.
I know, we love Paddy. We literally love Paddy. He's such a vibe. I'm all about the good vibes. So being able to film a show with him, it feels very surreal even now. Even though it's already filmed and it's on air, I'm still like, wow, that really happened. It's amazing. He's a really fun person as well, and I'm all about fun and good vibes. So it just made sense.
You've also been featured on TV beforehand. Meet the Parents, 2016. Am I right?
Yeah, a dating show, babe. Oh, I love a bit of romance, Kay. Honestly. So I got approached for that. That was a dating show where my parents. It was actually really cool. So it's like blind date. But your parents are the ones that meet the guy, and they basically pitch you to the guy. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, that's like kind of going old fashioned, like instead of the culture of like the arranged marriage.
Yeah, of the parents' approval. So he got the parents' approval before he even got to meet me. So I was like, wow, okay, we're really taking it back.
That must have been quite a fun experience, though. Do you get what I mean? Because obviously, because you're with your parents, it's just for fun. Obviously, maybe you could have found the love of your life.
Yeah. I didn't quite, but one can try.
So you mentioned you have 10 years of experience of being on social media. I bet you must have a lot of people looking up to you, like obviously young females especially. What advice would you give to young people wanting to start content creation? Because I bet you get that a lot in the DMs. I'd definitely be hitting you up, be like, I want to get into fashion. Like, what do I do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a lot of DMs of all kinds of different crazy things in there. But my favourite type of DMs are from the girlies, where they're, saying, oh my gosh, you inspire me. Like, you're so bold, you're so confident. I love how you're your authentic self. Like, how can I get into doing what you do, modelling and content creation? And my biggest tip for anyone wanting to get involved in the social media space is, what are you excited about? What makes you excited in life? What could you do every day, even if you weren't paid for it? Because when I was a teenager, I was doing shoots for free for my friends just because I loved it so much. So you have to think, like, what's your genuine passion? Because that is what's going to be able to get you through, get you committed to the process. Because, girl, trust me, it's a very long process, okay?
I really can't imagine. I just do a bit of social media content just for, OTR, and Like people do it full time for themselves. In my head, I'm like, are you shooting it all in one day, or do you literally shoot every other day?
Oh,
Like,
darling, there's secrets to this. Do you want a content creation secret?
let's get them.
Okay, let's reveal the secrets for you.
It is the OTR show. You know, it's straight off the record. Let's get this, girl.
Exactly. So content creators usually have what we call content days.
Oh, nice.
And in a content day, we will dedicate a full day and film several videos that when they're posted, they may look like they're on different days, but literally you've changed outfit, you've changed scene or set, and you've just got maybe 5 videos in one day, and then you can post them over a week or two, and that's how you manage it well.
Wow. That's smart though.
That's
smart. You know how you say it's a content day? Does that mean other influencers and models, like it's a group of you guys? And
you can
do it,
yeah. So some content creators, if you have friends in the content space, then sometimes you'll be like, babe, should we meet up for a content day? And then that person that you're with helps you shoot yours, you shoot theirs, and it's nice because there is a community of content creators. Some of them are friendly and some of them are not, but you know, that's just life. But the friendly ones you can meet up with and you can help each other. And definitely. I love community and I love supporting other people. So I've definitely had some content days that have gone well and some content days that have gone wrong when you meet up with the wrong person, basically. And you're like, oh no, we're not going to get along.
You're not getting the angle right. I was like, why is my forehead looking like that?
Right. Why is my afro not in? Why did you cut off my shoe, girl?
Like, I'm holding the bag. The bag's not being shown.
Thank you. You need to come on a content day with me, Kay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It'll be so much fun, honestly, especially with the outfits you have. I'll be like running around different locations.
Oh, we would have the best day.
We've definitely got to get that in the diary.
Yeah.
So obviously talk about content. Obviously, what's your go-to tip when, like balancing as a content creator on different platforms, as you have Instagram, TikTok, and even Snapchat, YouTube?
I'm still juggling it. I don't actually have everything figured out. Some people, you see a creator online and, you see their beautiful feed and you're like, wow, they've got it all figured out. You don't really have it figured out. You just work very hard. So some days, like I said, you'll shoot multiple videos in one day. But I think the main thing in order to be able to balance it all is really to treat it like it is a business, because if you treat it like it's a hobby, you're going to do it as and when you feel like it, if you ever do, which sometimes you don't feel like it. So it's more about really strategically planning and committing to the process and doing it even if you don't feel like it. But that's if you want to grow as a content creator. If you're doing it just for fun, then fine, you don't have to be too stressed out about it. But if you want to be a content creator, then you have to treat it like a business.
Yeah. No, it is. I think that's the part people get to balance. They're like, yes, I'm going to be a content creator, but then after week 2, it's like, oh my gosh, it's too much.
Honestly, I have met so many people that are like, oh, Imani, give me some tips. I give them the tips. They post once, and then their feed goes silent for a year.
Oh,
and they realise, it's not actually as easy as it looks.
No,
but
it isn't.
I think that's with everything. Nothing's easy in life.
Definitely.
So it's like, choose your hard and get on with it.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I think as humans, we're guilty of wanting the easy way, aren't we? And when we see something, we're like, I could do that.
Yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes you get a creative block.
Yeah.
That definitely happens. Like last year, I had like a bit of a slump where I wasn't feeling super creative. And do you know what I did? And this is a lesson, I think, in life, that if you are in a slump, you have to shake things up a bit. Okay. So for me, I had this room which I would shoot in every day, but it was quite a bland room. But it had suited me for years. And then I thought, you know what? I don't feel creative anymore. So what can I do? And I basically transformed this room into a pink room. It was gorgeous, and it's now become my studio, and I got excited again. So I think when you're getting stagnant, you have to think, okay, what can I do? Is it maybe, changing, and this goes for anything in life, is it changing job? Is it changing area? Is it meeting a new group of friends? So whatever you have to do, just shake it up, get shaking, and then you'll get working again.
I love that. No, I think that's such a great tip when you have a creative block. For anyone, if you do music, writers, painters, change it up. Make a change. So following that, what are some common mistakes you see newcomers make when content creating?
I would say trying to look and be like everyone else. It is so boring. Please, we're all falling asleep watching your content because we've seen it on the feed all day from other people. So you don't need to copy people. What is it that sets your soul on fire? What is it that you enjoy? How do you like to dress? I'm not into following trends. I literally will wear flared jeans on a Monday and then a tracksuit on a Tuesday.
We love that.
It's all about how you feel. Yeah, how do you feel as an individual? So the biggest mistake is trying to copy other people and also investing too much into trends. Oh, because this is trending, I have to do it or I have to wear it. No, you don't. No. You can design your life and your future. So that's what I would say. Stop being a copycat, be original.
Yeah, definitely. And trends, as you said, they don't last forever. And keeping up with trends can be expensive too. Do you get what I mean? Like if it's a designer bag or if it's this specific makeup product or jacket, it's like having to try and keep up with it. You're not being true to yourself. You can get lost in the trends than rather your own style and what you like. 100%.
There's another little industry secret for content creators is
we love it.
Yeah, we love it. We're getting saucy now. A lot of content creators end up going into debt because they are so badly trying to keep up with trends. Again, why are you so determined to copy other people? This is very expensive for you. Every minute you're tapping the credit card. It doesn't make any sense. So I think you have to have the confidence to be an individual, have your own individual style, and get out of that vicious cycle of trying to fit in, because there's a lot of debt created that never needs to be.
And I can't lie to you, that's really, really crazy to hear. Because on social media, everyone's posting the best thing, the amazing thing. And a lot of my friends, younger friends, they feel the pressure. It's like, I need that car, I need this. And I'll be like, you don't know if it's theirs. You don't know if they hired it out. Like, you don't know if they rented that car out. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it does make sense, because having to keep up with that image, especially if you're just like a normal person.
100%.
And I just mean just a casual person who works, which is totally fine. You know what I mean? Which is, it's crazy.
No, I definitely understand that. And that's why I love sharing my authentic self, because I feel like it's quite relatable. You know what I mean? I know there's creators that are posting, you know, these fancy cars, these expensive handbags, but also some of their audience will never be able to see those things.
Yeah.
So I really celebrate just really pushing your personality as well. It's like, yes, you can wear the nice clothes, but people want to know about your inner thoughts. People want to see your personality. It's not all about what you're wearing or what you have. So I definitely just love to push that message of, you know, express yourself.
I think it's also about people being able to relate to you.
Yeah.
As you said, be yourself, you know, let people know like your thoughts and stuff. It's like, you know, you post your dog a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it.
Yeah. She's so cute. She's so cute.
I was surprised she wasn't coming today.
Oh, do you know what? She wanted to. I mean, if I can get permission for next time, that'd be fab.
Let's see if we can get her a mic and headphones.
Yeah. I post my dog.
Yeah.
You know, I just post my like random thoughts and on my stories.
But that's huge. You get what I mean? Like, it's just showing that, you know, you're animal lover, dog lover, like what type of person you are as well.
Queenie's coming next time. Queen Portia, her name is.
Queen Portia.
Yeah. She's got a middle name.
Is that the best as well?
Yes.
You know, with the vets, you get the whole.
Yeah. She's got the whole thing.
That is so funny. Going back to the social media and just young people. So you being a female yourself.
Yes.
There's a lot of pressure with young girls, females, wanting to look a certain way, you know, with the trends, as you said, and what's being pushed out there. And I feel like that can be because of the images online, especially that gets pushed a lot and can be overly edited.
Yes.
As a model, an influencer, just a woman about empowerment and confidence, how do you feel about that? Like those specific images being pushed?
I think that people need to find creators or brands to follow that celebrate women that look like them.
Yeah.
I think it's all about who you follow as well, because a lot of people online, they'll be following a certain type of aesthetic and then they'll complain that that's all they see. But it's like there's millions of people on social media.
Yeah.
So if you've chosen to follow, you know, the IG baddie with the 24-inch waist and the BBL, and that's what your feed is full of, I think as individuals we also have to take responsibility for the people that we're investing our time into.
Definitely.
So I would say that there is a lot of perfection online. But there are also people that show their stretch marks online, like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's people that show their scars. I don't edit out my scar. I've had a scar on my leg from where I burnt myself on the iron a few years ago. I know, I'm very clumsy, babe. I'm very clumsy. That's a whole nother story. I could edit that out of my photos. I don't. And, you know, there's so many creators like me that do show the authentic side. I dance around in my studio in my underwear and my cellulite's jiggling. So there's people like me.
Great. You like that post. I know which post she's talking about. You guys better check that out. Don't worry, it's not all in underwear. She's wearing a lovely outfit.
I do wear clothes eventually, sometimes.
But even with that, you just mentioning the scar on your leg, the stuff, you're like, I didn't even see that. Like, I didn't notice that. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't, I wouldn't have noticed you had a scar on your leg, even though there was a full image of you. So,
I think it's just all about confidence, and also realising that we are so much more than our bodies. We're so much more than our outfits. And, you know, me as a fashion girly, I obviously love clothes. I love makeup. I love hair. But I also am very aware that I am so much more than that. And I think as people that are on social media, which is basically the whole world, so, you know, as a nation, you have to realise that you are also just more than your body, your clothes, what car you drive. So I think when you realise that and you really believe it, you don't just pretend you believe it, you actually let it marinate in the soul and let that become your truth, you're not really affected by the perfection you see, because you understand that it's just not real. You know, it's all make-believe. It's like we watch movies, they're not real. So why can't we recognise that certain things on social media aren't real as well? Yeah,
I think it's become, you know, social media, how you said it's a case where everyone's using it. It's more personal, you know, compared to a film or something you see on TV. It's on your phone. It's more personal. I think that's what's become the blend of people taking it in so serious. Because you are right. A couple of years ago, just a lot of pages that post quotes or pictures or memes I've unfollowed because it's mostly negative. It's about drama, fighting, gossiping. So and so did this, and I just ended up unfollowing a lot of it. Just as you said, for the people who are following a specific type of person. And as much as they're like, oh, they're so pretty, it's actually making you feel bad.
It's
That's
true.
the same with all types of content, like quotes and, you know, just posts. You know, some post fight videos specifically. Like, that can be subconsciously quite toxic for us. So I'm very with you in that. Like, be careful on what you're taking in, because it is our own fault. Sometimes, not in a bad way. If we're always looking at something,
she's keeping it real today, guys. She's keeping it real, and I love this. No, because I love when we admit the truth. Sometimes it is our own fault. Even me, like you said, you unfollowed pages last year. I did the same. Some of the quote pages, you know, like the toxic ones.
It's like, you're like, it's mood, but then you're like, no, it's actually making me not be the person I want to be. Like, it's making me be more petty, and then it's just even the whole like, oh, this person from this TV show did this. It's like, you know what, I don't actually care.
Exactly.
Not in a rude way.
Absolutely. I did the same thing. And I think, you know, it's so important for you to because we spend so much time on social media, we have to design our feed to who we want to be in the future. Do we want to be the type of person that loves drama, so we're following all the blogs? Do we want to be the type of person that is hashtag petty queen, you know, following all the quotes that are like, you know, the attitudey ones? No, if you don't want to be that person, don't support it.
No, definitely, because it makes you like what you like. You know, it's like what they say: what you eat, you are what you eat. And I think that's the same with what you listen to, what you read,
what you consume. In general. But I do think, that the media definitely can do a better job in showing more healthy bodies and images. I do believe they can do a better job, but then I also believe that it's our responsibility as individuals to choose what we invest in.
I'm guessing they're just pushing out what is going to make us follow. So obviously the trends and stuff.
Kay's spitting facts tonight.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. No, I love that. It's so true.
No. I think it's because we had a chat beforehand. We got to know each other like this week, and it's just been a great chat.
I'm loving it. Oh my gosh, Kay's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. No, appreciate having you on the OTR radio show. Saying that, this is your first radio feature, correct? Obviously, I am honoured. We are honoured. OTR and Diverse, we really appreciate it. But why? Why have you chosen Diverse FM? Why did you want to have the OTR radio show as your first feature?
Well, I actually grew up in Luton. I went to Lee Manor in Marsh Farm.
Okay.
So, I'm a little Lutonian. I mean,
thought she was going to say a Luton baby.
I'm a little Lutonian.
That's
So
a new
yeah,
one.
I grew up here. You know, this is my community. You know, the best years of my life, which was teenage life, I was in Luton. So this is what I love. I love Luton. But I'm like, I have so many amazing memories here, though.
Oh,
you know,
good.
like my teenage years were absolutely incredible. Going out in like Marsh Farm on our bikes, and I have very happy memories here. And this really was my home for so many years. So it just makes sense to come and support. And I know that you guys have a lot of listeners that are young adults, and I really just want to spread that message of, you know, confidence and self-love. And, you know, I want to spread that to the people that need it the most, which is the young people. I got bullied when I was a kid. So when I was around 7, 8, I got bullied really bad. And
That's
then
young. Sorry, that is young. She didn't even hit 10.
No, I know.
Poor poor little baby.
I was a babe. I was just an innocent little babe. But the bullies found me and they had their way for many years.
That's crazy.
But my mum would teach me from a very young age that you have to be bold in this world.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I am quite a rebellious person, so I don't really listen to much, but I definitely listen to that. And it's something I carried throughout my whole entire adult life. And my mum taught me how to speak up for myself. As a kid, when I would be mumbling under my words and shy, sitting in the corner, I remember my mum saying to me, Imani, you need to speak up. What did you say? Say it again. Yeah. And she would teach me how to project my voice and how to have that confidence. And it's the biggest lesson of my life.
She must be so proud. Obviously, we do have mum here.
Yeah,
Mumsy
is here.
Yes. Big up.
Yeah, she is here. She supports me in everything. You know, some parents would be like, what do you mean you want to be a fashionista and not go to university?
That's not a real job.
Like, what do you know what I mean? But my mum really, you know, supported me, and my confidence comes from really how she raised me. So
that is, you know what, that's really sweet to hear, especially in this creative industry. When I hear like parents are supporting, it's like, like my mom supports what I do. She loves it as well. But it's just, it's so great, especially with the success you've got, especially like, you know, you're on Channel 4 now, but since 2016, like, do you know what I mean? It's not a new thing.
Yeah, I'm not new to this. No.
She's not new, guys.
I've been here for years.
Do you know what I mean? You're not new to this, and that's thanks to mum, her support, and you know, just her driving that confidence in you. And I think that's very important to
absolutely
have that first,
I really wish that all parents would celebrate the individuality of their children and not think, well, I want my child to do what I have done throughout my life and go down the same path that I've gone, or I have this idea for them and I'm going to force them into that. It's not right. Everyone deserves to have a life that feels comfortable and right to them. So even what I would say to young adults as well, you know, if you're not receiving that support from your parents, you also have to make a decision for yourself when you get to a certain age. Like, okay, everyone wants me to do this, and that's fine, but do I really want to do this, or do I want to do something that makes me happy? And I think it's important, because otherwise you just end up living in regret. Yeah, like if you don't follow what you want to do,
and you may become lost within yourself, as in like, you know, identity issues. Because, okay, sorry guys, I just seen we need to do an ad break. It's my fault, but I don't care. No, I was going to talk about Queenie, but you know what? We'll come back to Queenie. You get what I mean? We'll come back to that, Animal Lovers. Welcome back, guys. We are live again. OTR Radio Show. We were talking about Queenie. How is she?
Oh my gosh, my darling Queenie. Oh, she is good. She did want to come, but I wasn't sure about the rules. I was like, you know what, Queenie? Let me go check it out first and make sure that it's dog friendly. And now that you've said that she can come, well, I might throw her in the car next time, but she's good.
I was going to ask, like, have you ever got her involved in any shoots?
Well,
like, does she get the fashion too?
Yeah, well, okay, so Queen is too big for me to dress her, which does upset me, because I would love to put her in some outfits, but there's no clothes that fit the girl. She's massive.
Get a stylist.
Yeah, I know. I need to get her some custom pieces. But she actually got her first doggy campaign.
No way.
Yeah, a few
love
months ago. But she's actually got another campaign coming up with a dog food brand. Wow. So yeah, it's very, very exciting. But I just love sharing the bond.
She's doing bits. She's doing better than most.
Oh my gosh, she's collecting her bag. Yeah. Okay, her doggy bag.
She hasn't even got an account, and she's getting deals.
It all goes in mine.
I love that. Oh no, I love that. Obviously, you're a big animal lover. Have you ever had any other pets before Queenie?
No, Queen's actually my first.
No way.
Yeah, I know, my very, very first animal, and I'm so glad that she's my first because she is just such a good girl. Like, I see a lot of dogs that are very unruly.
Yeah.
She's just like, her name's Queen, and she literally acts like a queen. She's very prim and proper. She doesn't cause any drama, and she's just the perfect dog.
We love the no hassle.
Yeah.
Okay, but talking about animals, how was the jungle? See, for those who don't know, do you want to mention it? Do you want to talk? Yeah, you talk about it.
Okay, so last year I went to the Malaysian jungle with Channel 4, Paddy McGuinness, and 11 other cast members. We were thrown into the jungle with no luxuries, and there were luxuries along the way. We were trekking 6 hours a day, and the luxuries would be, for example, a bed, so that instead of sleeping in the dirty, filthy, rancid tent, you can have a nice night's sleep, but that would cost you £1,200.
Okay.
Or you can have like a plate of food, but that will cost you $2,000. So the whole premise of the show is to go through and see how you can cope, basically. And if you do spend money, it comes out of the group prize pot. So there was a lot of wild animals in the Malaysian jungle. It was horrific. I did swim in a lake that had crocodiles in
I
it.
thought you were talking about the cast.
Wait, what?
Well, there were a lot of wild animals because you were talking about.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm glad that you're thinking that because there were a lot of wild animals in the cast as well. Yeah, some very aggressive creatures, I have to say.
Well, we will come back to that. But let's get back to the animals because obviously I love animals. You love animals.
Yes.
How did it feel? Obviously, I actually want to know how was it to when they told you you're gonna be on set? Did Paddy come on your?
Oh, do you know what? I would have loved to have Paddy round for a cup of tea, but unfortunately, that wasn't a reality. He's very booked and busy.
I can imagine.
But I actually was found by the casting team. They found my Instagram and they messaged me, and I thought. Initially, I was like, I don't think this is for me.
Okay.
So they actually contacted me last year for the very first season, and I turned it down. Because I said, I was like, go into a jungle. I don't think so, right? So I said no. And then after I saw the first season come out, and they contacted me again, they were like, go back and watch it and tell us what you think. So I went and watched it, and I was like, you know what? This actually looks fun. So then I said yes.
They really wanted you.
Wow.
As in, obviously a lot of people may just be like, she was casted for season 2, but to be casted for season 1, you're like, no, thank you. And then for them to come back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? That's the thing. Sometimes in life, you've got to play hard to get. So, I did that and it worked out. I'm always telling people, play hard to get. No one's listening, okay? This is what happens. They come back for more.
No, it's been true. And you sometimes get a better deal.
Oh, well.
Get a better deal.
Yeah, exactly.
How was it stepping on set?
Oh.
Obviously, I say set, but it's a jungle. It's not really a set.
The jungle is the set. It was really scary because you guys don't really get to see how much we genuinely suffer. It's actually very dangerous. So we're walking through the jungle, but there's literally cliffs next to us, and we do have a safety team, but they're not super close to us. They're out of shot. So if anything, they're out of shot.
We're over here. 5 minutes away with a megaphone.
Yeah. If anything happens, we'll come and collect you at the bottom of the cliff.
Just flick your flashlight twice.
Exactly. So it's scary. And then there's wild animals as well, which you also don't really see us interacting with them, but there was a snake in one of our camps that slithered around while we were trying to cook rice and beans. Then there was in another camp, there were scorpions all over the floor.
No way.
So people don't really understand, we are going through it. I have a fear of leeches as well, and there was a lot of leeches. Have you seen it goes onto your skin, it sucks your blood out, and then it basically does like a backflip on your skin and then goes to another part of your skin and sucks your blood out, and then you are emptied of your blood until someone actually removes it. It's really intense. So I have a fear of those, and there were plenty in the jungle.
No one experienced that though. No cast members.
Well, some cast members did get sucked by leeches. Yes, one went down Hugo's boxers.
Oh.
And there was a lot going on in that arena, which I won't, talk about in too much detail. That's his story to tell.
Yeah, Hugo, you're free. We are off the record, yeah? Anything you say is off the record. I am a very understanding person. If you need to talk about that experience, we are here, Hugo. Ouch.
His manhood got attacked by a leech. Oh. And I know he hasn't recovered since. I can just tell. I can just tell.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Well, any nice animals?
Oh, actually,
cute,
there were some really
fun-
cute monkeys. Sometimes we'd wake up and we'd see monkeys in the trees, so that was a beautiful
that was
experience.
cute.
Yeah, but everything else was horrific. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm guessing you just had to let them do their thing as it's their habitat. Like,
Yeah.
did the production team say would they ever move them, or did you have to
So
maneuver with them?
Yeah, so for safety reasons, we do have the safety team, and when there's something like a snake, we have to scream really loudly, and then they come running. So they removed the snake. They got a cup and filled the cup with all of the scorpions in one of our camps.
That's fair. That's
Yeah, so they don't harm them, but they get them out of our way when they can. But, you're still in a lot of danger because, you could very easily be bitten by one, and the safety team, they haven't found you yet. So,
Guys, I'm just going to the toilet. She's taking a long...
babe, the toilet situation?
How is it?
Oh, my
I'm saying
gosh.
it, how is it? As if it's going to be lovely. Like luxury.
We had to go toilet in a bucket in a tent, and it was so petrifying because you zip up the tent closed, but there's all spiders in there.
Sorry.
So I just refused to zip it up. I actually had my friend Thomas, who's the firefighter of the group, I had him guard outside of the tent so that if I got attacked, he would come and save me, basically. And I thought, we're getting very close and personal. I know we've only just met, but we don't have a choice. Sometimes it was better to actually take the bucket and go
Somewhere
in the jungle,
else,
which I can't believe it actually happened to me. But yeah, I did have to do that once in the middle of the jungle in a bucket. So it was a very hard fall from grace, I have to say.
Oh my God. I was going to say, did you have any particular strategies going in? Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, as in for the challenges and the show, like not any, like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have the same strategy with every single project I do, whether that is a photo shoot, whether that's doing content, whether that's a TV show, and that is literally to just go in there as my bold, confident self who wants to have a good time and a good experience, most of all. I'm all about experience, so I was very, very excited to do that. So there wasn't really a strategy, it was just, I'm going to be me, and that was an interesting start.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, just from the feedback online.
Yeah?
Like, how is that? Because I've seen some comments on Twitter, well, X. I am shocked. Have you seen?
Well, I'm not actually on X, but I have seen a few things that people have sent me. And
okay.
the thing is, I think I knew that my personality was going to rub some people up the wrong way, because I am very aware of what it's like to live life as a very bold and confident woman.
Okay.
So me walking into the jungle, I knew how my cast members were going to react to me. They were absolutely petrified because they've never met anyone like me a day in their life.
Okay.
And they realised that I wasn't going to do follow the leader, follow the leader, because they could tell I was an individual. So in a big group, sometimes that upsets people because they would rather have control. They would rather everyone stand in line, and I didn't stand in line. So, of course, people
in school.
Thank you. Like, are we in school? Like, or are we all individuals and adults and we can make our own decisions? So that was my thing. It was all about making my own decisions, but it rubbed people up the wrong way. So the first night in the camp, I actually experienced bullying from multiple cast members, and also ostracization, as those cast members told the rest of the cast not to speak to me. And unfortunately, the rest of the cast listened. So where you see me go on a protest of spending the prize fund, that was to teach my fellow cast members a lesson that if you're going to disrespect me, I'm going to make you pay for it in a very literal sense. So it was very expensive for them. They ended up paying £2,200, and I think they're very lucky it wasn't triple that.
I was going to say, you explaining it like that makes a lot of sense, because reading the comments on Twitter, and I'm gonna read some if that's okay.
Oh, go
Let's do some
for
naming
it.
shaming.
We're doing naming and shaming. So, by the way, if you tweeted something bad about me, I hope you're ready.
Yeah, man. It's your little 2 seconds of fame. That's what you wanted, right? But no, it makes sense. Just from you explaining that, it makes sense to why the money spending happened, if that's the reason. It's like, man.
I think that it's good to teach people a lesson. I'm a very big believer in standing up for yourself and standing up for other people. And everyone at that time cared so much about the prize fund. So I thought, I'm going to teach them a lesson in a language that they understand, which right now it's about the money. So I just got spending, darling.
So was that the case? It just got too heated where like a lot of people were just too focused on money and not actually considering like, hey, this is we could be friends.
Oh my gosh.
Was it just that?
They could not focus on anything else apart from the prize fund. It was actually very sad to watch because money sometimes can change people, and I saw that happen so quickly in that jungle. These people came in, the only thing on their mind from morning till night was the money, the money, the money. It was a very weird energy around this money, and you know, we saw a lot of bullying, a lot of peer pressure happening around this money. So you know, when we hear that money sometimes can be the root of all evil, I mean, I saw it with my own two eyes. I lived it in real life, so it was actually really bad.
It must have been quite a shock to you, considering you as you said, all your projects, you know, that they're fun.
Yeah.
You know, you go in them with fun. It must have been quite a surprise and shock to you to see everyone take it so seriously to the point where they forgot about, you know, like this is a fun experience as well.
Yeah, that was really hard for me, babe. I've got a lot of positive energy. That's how I live my life. I'm vibrant, I'm joyful, and to go into a group where everyone is so anxious about money, and because of that it makes them behave in ways that I don't agree with and that no one should agree with, it was really hard for me. They were trying to steal my joy, but I didn't let them. They tried so hard and they failed. I mean, gosh, bless them.
No, but I'm guessing that's the greatest thing about, as we spoke about earlier, having confidence.
Yeah.
You know, from Big Up Mummy.
Yeah.
You know, like feeding it into you from such a young age, like knowing how to not let others, like whatever they say, however they treat you, it doesn't knock your confidence. I think that's the important thing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say that the only way to get through life happily and successfully is by having a very thick skin. You have to have that inner strength where you can stand up for yourself and you can stand up for other people, because if you don't nip something in the bud very quickly, it only gets worse. But with me, they very quickly learned that I'm literally unbullyable.
Okay, wow. Well, you must have very thick skin. Like from the tweets, I don't actually use the platform as much, but just naturally doing research and then seeing how much, how much you're trending like all over. No, like it seems to have made a lot of people talk. It was in one of the articles, like they mentioned the viewers making comments. It's like, is it that bad? Is she that bad? But then it's like, you're not. I'm gonna start reading something.
Yeah, let's go through it. Let's name and shame these people.
We have Emieleoide, so Emieleoide.
What did they say?
Imani is getting on my nerves. Why does she even sign up to be on #Tempting Fortune? If she's going to be this selfish and aggravating, and they have to trek the jungle for 18 days, the 300k will run out before then. Reasons why group projects suck.
Well, okay, so why did I go on Tempting Fortune? I went on Tempting Fortune to have the most amazing experience of my life, and I was always going to experience that how I wanted to experience it. So, and talking of group projects, I think that person's just mad that they weren't invited to the Tempting Fortune group project. So just apply next year. Don't be upset with me. I'm not the casting.
Well, we have one that's kind of in a way opposite to that. Tempting Fortune can't stand where they said, oh, sorry, no, they said we're, but I think they meant to say where. Can't stand where they say you're taking my money, and this is Given Tracy 78368. It's no one's money till the end. Everyone is entitled to their own journey. Imani, oh, okay. Sorry, she just says Imani is a plan, I think, to make the show.
Oh,
but it's like I don't get that part.
Okay, so she's saying that the money doesn't belong to anyone. She's right.
Yeah.
She's right. The money doesn't belong to anyone until it's in our accounts. So I completely agree with that. And that's the thing that my fellow cast members couldn't quite get into their brains.
Okay.
They kept going, oh, you're spending my money. Darling, is it in your account? Yes or no?
No,
is it there? Because I know it ain't. No, the thing is, it's a prize pot that doesn't actually. It's not in anyone's account yet. That's the thing, and they struggle to get this in their head. But then also, where that lovely person said that Imani's a plant. I mean, I'm very flattered that you think I'm a plant and that you think I was hired purely to entertain you, which means I was actually entertaining you just by being myself, which is very flattering because what you're saying is that I'm very charismatic. So thank you.
We have the woke queen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Unpopular opinion. I love Imani. The more the drama, the better. We need selfish selfish, spoiled brats on this show to hate watch, the more annoying she is, I am so confused by this one. It's like she loves you, but the more annoying she is, the better. She's entertaining and brings out the manliness from the others. Without her, it will be so boring.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. You know what? I don't actually mind that she called me spoiled, because I am actually spoiled. I don't mind that I'm spoiled. I spoil myself. Like, I live quite a very comfortable life because that's what I choose for myself. Yeah. So someone calling me spoiled, I don't think is a bad thing. She's also very right. The show would have been boring without me, 100%, because I set the tone that we're all individuals. No one else was doing it because they were too scared to stand up to everyone else. Yeah. So I let people know we are individuals and we can make our individual choices. So because of that, it kind of gave everyone else the bravery to kind of do the journey how they wanted to do it. Okay. So you are welcome for the storyboarding and the entertainment from me that I so generously gave.
We have Who Potter Vian. Can't wait for the others to give Imani as a human sacrifice to the great snake god when they obviously, I don't condone that. Discover she used the temptation during the night. So that person needs professional help because they sound very deranged. So I would like the authorities to find them immediately because they sound like they cause harm to themselves and potentially others. Their profile picture.
What is their profile picture? I'm intrigued.
Oh wait, no.
Is it like a hex or something?
Well, it's got like a green goblin thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, obviously, I love this one. Imani knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm hoping she can keep carrying on for independent women.
Yeah.
Oh, Imani is bad. This is by Abby Unoriginal, but Vicky is worse.
Okay, so Abby, I'm so glad that you got your name right on X because you are very unoriginal. That is just such a bland attempt at an insult. I feel like if you're going to insult people, at least use more characters, be a little bit more creative and show that you went to school. It's just a little bit boring.
We have Me Chocolate Love. Already don't like Sam and Nathaniel. I really, really want Imani to buy a temptation just to beep them off.
Well, maybe. I did exactly that. So in episode 1, you saw me take the bed. That wasn't because I needed a cozy night's sleep. I only just arrived in the jungle. It literally was to beep them off. And it worked because I'm telling you, they almost burst into flames when they woke up in the morning. I can imagine. And I was like, you know what? Thank goodness we've got Thomas, our firefighter here, because he did bring the extinguisher from the UK. So...
Oh, I love that. We have Stan Miss Jada. Imani is hilarious. That's it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're catching the good vibe. Do you know what?
There's not just bad comments. There's a mixture.
Absolutely, but I'm glad they've caught on to like my fun vibes because that's what I'm about. I'm about having fun, having a good time. You know, laughing. That's what my life is like outside of the jungle. So I was going to go in the jungle and do the same thing. So if I'm surrounded by misery, then I'm definitely going to escape by going in an aircon unit for £1,000. So,
who wouldn't? No, I'm joking. No, but it's just obviously it's the whole tempting thing. But why not? Why not treat yourself?
I enjoyed it, and I'm definitely enjoying seeing it come on every weekend.
That's the main thing. Yeah. Obviously, as much as may have been a bit rough, it's about you're still having fun, you're still enjoying it.
I'm glad everyone's enjoying watching it on TV though, because I lived it in real life and seeing it on the big screen is incredible, and the feedback has been good. It's been good, bad, in between, but at the end of the day, people are being entertained by it. So I'm just happy that my hard work and sufferation wasn't for nothing.
I really have to throw it in there. Whose parents would you meet on the show? You did meet the parents. Oh my God, do you get it? So you were on Meet the Parents and
yes.
Whose parents would you meet on Temptation?
What, like in a romantic sense or just in general? Romantic? Oh my gosh, babe, no, absolutely not. There was not one guy in there that was a bit of me. I'll tell you that for free, darling. No, oh God, I don't want to meet anyone's parents, I promise you. No, I barely enjoyed meeting them, so.
I was going to say, following that, whose parents would you not meet on the show? I think we got that answered, guys.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh, but no, it's been fabulous having you. And I can just tell, just from the conversation, your reactions to these tweets. Sorry, regarding that last tweet, how, you know, the cast members, like how Alex said, cast members are egging you on. It's kind of hypocritical though, isn't it? You know, for the cast members.
Yes, there was a lot of hypocrisy in the jungle. It was thick with hypocrisy. The air was very thick with the hypocrisy. Everyone jumped down my throat, tried to bully me, obviously failed. I mean, how embarrassing. Bullying's bad anyway, but being an unsuccessful bully is even worse. So they did that, and they were like, no one should be taking Temptations. And then before you know it, we'll keep watching. It gets very, very crazy. But the hypocrisy, I mean, I can't relate to it personally. So, it was just sad to see.
It's true. Like, confidence is a big thing. And just getting to know you, those mean comments, I don't see that. I don't get that from you. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you, babe. I think with trolling, and this is a lesson for any young people listening, or really anyone who's listening, because we all have social media accounts regardless of age. Trolling is very real online and also in real life. I think you have to find that inner strength in yourself and find that confidence in yourself to stand up to it, because it's all about nipping it in the bud fast. If you don't nip disrespect in the bud, it only gets worse.
True.
So that's why I did what I did in the jungle on day one. I thought, oh, you guys are going to learn very quick.
You set boundaries.
Setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, you get called rude. Sometimes you get called aggressive. Crazy. Deranged. When you're actually like, no, I'm just telling you what I'm not okay with. And that's fine. It's my life. I have to live this life every day, and I should be able to say what happens around me and in my life. And if you don't like it, well, tough. That's literally the beginning, middle, and end of it.
You should be a life coach. No, you know what those like confident. Honestly, like, I'm surprised you're not a mentor or something. Maybe that's something that you should look into in a couple of years. But no, honestly, with the confidence and the experience of social media, I feel like you could really advise a lot of young people, not just women. Do you know what I mean? A lot of young people in general.
I love that, Kay. Kay's mapping out my career for me. Thank you so much, babe. No, I love that.
No, honestly, I genuinely mean that. I was, like, in my head, when you were talking about confidence and social media and how you said, you know, it's our fault, like, you know, you're giving the reality, the truth. I was like, I'm surprised she's not a mentor or like a life coach. Honestly,
thank you. That is such a huge compliment, and
appreciate that.
I love that. I love the idea of helping people. I do it anyway. You know what I mean? I do it in my day-to-day life. So that's definitely something to look into. Maybe I can start doing some videos online, like confidence tips and things like that. I might venture kind of into that space soon.
You could add that to your social media as well as the fashion. And you could do it while getting ready for an outfit. Like, accessorize my outfit with me. You know, confidence is I don't know.
No, I like that. I love that. Thank you,
No one else
babe.
take that. That's hers.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
If there's any last things you'd like to say for our listeners and viewers, please do. And after that, let us know where we can all find you on social media.
Oh, thank you so much, Kate. It's been so fun. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to go. But so I would just say that if you want to be entertained by me and my backup singers and dancers on the show, then you should tune into Tempting Fortune Sunday at 9 p.m. and Monday at 9 p.m. It is incredible. Catch up with episode 1 and 2 on the Channel 4 app, and then just see us on Sunday night. It gets crazy.
For people who want to find you, just get to know your fashion content, or even maybe hit you up. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok. Nice. On Instagram, you can find me Imani Evans, IMANI EVANS _. And then on TikTok, it's Imani Evans __, because someone was very cheeky to take the one that only had one. Thank you so much for joining us on the OTR radio show with our special guest, Imani Evans. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great chat, and I appreciate you sharing so much. Oh, you're welcome. I will be back with Kate real soon, guys. I love that. We might have that content creation day. Yeah. See you guys next time. Take care.